Good evening. How's everybody doing today? This is New Eric Gardner, and we're going to feed the worms some what I like to call candy, because they just go to town on it. It's their sweet, nice food that they can eat, that they go through real quick. They love it. Anybody who has a worm farm knows that they just go through the cantaloupe, melons, any type of melons, and papayas, mangoes, apricots, anything like that. But watermelon is one of their favorites. They just demolish it. So we're going to go through that. I'm going to grab a bin, and then we're going to go through the bin, and we're going to check the bins. These are two bins that I have that are not the new bedding. They still have the coconut core. So I'm going to feed those that, and we're going to also test one other bin. So let me grab a bin. We'll see how that bin looks, how the worms are doing, and then we'll give them some of this candy. Give me a minute. All right, so this is the first bin. If you notice, the date on this bin is 7/18 to 10/18. This was a bin that was supposed to already been harvested, but because I'm using the coconut core in this one, I figure I'm going to let it go a little while longer. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got going on in here. So we're looking good. I don't see any issues at first sight, but we're just going to mix it up. Here's what's left of some probably melon, skin of the melon. They don't eat it all, but this bin also, if you noticed at the beginning when I was saying about the date, there's a star next to it. What that star means is that this particular bin needs to be populated a little more. Doesn't have as many worms as I would like it to have in there. And when I happen to either purchase some bins or move some bins from some worms from another bin, I'll populate this a little bit more. But I probably will just buy some worms and do so. But that bin looks good. They're nice and fat worms. So we're going to give them some candy. And because I only have two bins to do, I'm going to give them all quite a bit. So probably going to divide it in half. I want one big piece for one of my other bins. So that's the first bin that we're going to do. Like I said, it looks good. That's their candy. And like I said, if you have a worm bin and you feed them melon, even tomatoes, cucumbers, they seem to go to town on that stuff pretty quick. Even pumpkin. So I'm going to have quite a bit of pumpkin coming in pretty soon from some fellow workers that actually put out some pumpkins. So I'm going to have some pumpkin for them. And this bin I'm just going to continue just to feed. And we'll go from there. But that's the first bin. Good shape, good moisture. They got their candy. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be happy. That's the first bin. I'm going to grab the second bin. We're going to take a look inside that and see how that one's going. Alright, so this is the bin that I had the problem with. There's a lot of worms in this one. This one has good population. But it also needs to be populated a little bit more. So, good moisture. It's not clumpy. It's got a good moisture content. The bottom is a little more moist. Couple of nice worm balls congregating in one place. So that looks good. So, yeah, that's fine. This one was one of the bins, like I explained last time. The reason why you see the white residue on it, that is the diatomaceous earth. And I used that to kind of help control the mites. It did a very good job of controlling the mites. I don't see any mites crawling up. Taking a look around, I don't see any mites crawling up, so that actually did a pretty good job. I'm pretty sure with it being around and them walking around the sides, they're walking through it, getting it on their skins. They're very small creatures, pests I should say, and they actually wind up getting it on there. And the biggest thing about it, helps dry them out, which kills them, kills their eggs and things like that. So that looks good. So we're gonna give them the rest of the watermelon. Like I said, I'm gonna keep one piece for a little test. So they're gonna get a bunch of the little smaller pieces, but that's all right. It's good for them. They'll enjoy it. So this is a bin that I also probably will actually add some biochar to it in an effort to actually dry up some of the moisture in this bin. So when I get ready to harvest it, they're a little drier. I like them to be a little drier than this. That's why I have not been putting the filter fabric over it. So that looks good. That's their candy. They got their candy. Their treat is there. This particular bin does have the new bedding. This bedding consists of look at those castings. They're looking good. This particular bin has the alpaca manure, biochar, and coconut coir. It's the last of the coconut coir. That was a mixture. This bin has not been done too long ago, and already they went to town on the manure. But still, true to my time frame, I still like to keep them going for 3 months. I may go 2 months on this, depending on what it looks like. But this is gonna be my test bin because there are a lot of worms in here. So what I'm gonna do is, because from time to time, I want to give them something else. I just don't want it to be they're eating nothing but the manure. I'm just squeezing a little water out of the watermelon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one piece here and see how they react to it. If they start to eat it, they eat it, that's great. At least I know when I get my pumpkin, I can give them all a nice big slice of it, give them something else to gnaw on. So, but this one is nicely populated. The castings look good. I'm happy with that. The biochar is controlling the moisture, so that's always a good thing. And we'll just go from there. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll come back and look at it in a day or two, see if worms are underneath it, actually starting to eat it. It's been frozen, so it makes it a little bit easier for them for it to be consumed quicker. So I'm happy with that. But that's all I was doing today, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, giving them some candy. But this one's going to be a test bin, and we're going to see how it goes. All right, I appreciate you watching my video tonight. If you get a chance, look at some of the other videos, and if you find the content interesting and helpful, like, subscribe, share. It would be greatly appreciated. So, once again, this is New Era Gardener. Enjoy the rest of your evening.